Welcome to Offsite Dirt, the podcast committed to uncovering all the insights of the offsite construction industry. Join us as we delve into the realm of offsite construction solutions, modern building methods, high-performance construction, lean manufacturing, and beyond. Your experiences fuel our passion for the industry, fostering collaboration and driving business growth worldwide. So let's get down to the dirt. Here's our host, Audree Grubesic.
Hello and welcome to Offsite Dirt. We are here at the 2024 Advancing Prefab, and who do we see but Kent Anderson from Wesco. How has the event been for you?
Audrey, it's great to see you as well. The event has been really good. Just a lot of great conversations around the concept of industrialized construction, prefabrication. People from all over the country, really from all over the world, were coming to the event, and it was really great. It was great to see you as well.
It's always good to see Wesco, always supporting these guys. It's just so wonderful when you can see a big supplier come in there and have these conversations. When I was talking to, I felt like I was talking to a lot of mechanical engineers, a lot of plumbing engineers. There's a lot of talk about assemblies and assembly prefabs and how we're going to move those into different products and what does that look like. And so from your perspective, obviously you were a vendor here and you were having lots of conversation. What were those conversations like for you?
So I think those conversations were extremely gratifying, right? Really, verified that what we thought was that people are really looking to do a lot more prefab, and that's what we're finding out. We ran into a lot of Wesco current customers, and it was great to shake hands with them and just say hello and find out what branch they were working with and what people they were working with. And so it was just really great to see all of that, and the conversations really were tremendous. But I think it's so in its infancy that people are still trying to figure out, okay, exactly where do I fit in this? And some guys are way down their path, and then other guys are just starting.
We actually sat at a round table, and one of the things I talked about with Sneha was the assembly focus and how, when you're doing a project, you have to have your pre-construction team. But what we're really also finding is you have to have your supply chain partner, right?
Absolutely.
It's all about the pieces, right? Because even if you're building and you're constructing and you're designing, you also have to know that you have the product on the other side.
Oh, 100%. The right product delivered in the right amount of time, the right amount of inventory, keeping specifications and making sure that you meet requirements for all the different types of projects that we do. You can't do that in a vacuum. You have to do it with some partners.
And the other interesting thing about that was there's a lot of software companies that actually integrate that. They're actually able to take the part, do the specification, and then also take that into a plan set and be able to kind of extract that information. So we're getting digitally integrated as well.
Oh, 100%. And again, some people are just starting, some people are down the road, but everybody's here together.
And the nice thing too is that you can have those discussions. You can kind of learn from the challenges of others or what things are really going well. The last seminar that I was in was a team of people that were creating an offsite solution for the indigenous people. And the thing that I thought was so fascinating about it is they did 3 projects, and each one of those projects, they seemed to get better, they seemed to improve their team, they seemed to improve their assets. So that's the interesting thing about industrialized construction. There is this process of moving along and then creating better structures.
100%. And, it's just like practicing in sports. Everything gets better as you practice along, right? And if you really embrace the lean, it's continuous improvement no matter what.
Yeah, and lean is such a big focus on how do we create better solutions, what are we looking effectively to measure that, how are we looking at the data, and actually how is it improving a system down the road. So solutions are always here, right? We're always trying to find them, we're always trying to increase them, we're always trying to do better things. And I think at Advancing Prefabrication, we're having those conversations with people that have not only done their projects, but what things they're finding to actually create a better process or a better project.
Absolutely, and they're looking at it more in a totality, right? So how does it affect other pieces of the trade? I talked to guys that have done framing in their past, and they're looking at, okay, how do we make framing so it's good for the electrician, it's good for the plumber, it's good for the HVAC guys. All those conversations are coming together. I just think we're setting ourselves up for some really great productivity in the industry.
I think so, and I think the other thing that was really fascinating is all the different plants that are being created, all the different manufacturers that are being created, and some of them aren't volumetric, some of them are panelized. They're mechanical engineering companies, and their product and their assembly focus. One in particular, Dirt, comes to mind, and that particular company creates furniture and they create systems within an already designed project. So there's all these different processes and all these different manufacturers for parts and pieces.
It's absolutely, and when you start thinking about all the different ways that we can work together, the myriad of different types of projects there are, it's totally along the continuum. You know, it's not one size fits all.
No, it's not. And I think for you, being a vendor here and seeing some of the relationships and people that actually already know your product, do you see that now Wesco can maybe integrate another product? Like you're starting to expand, maybe you were doing lighting and plumbing and now you're expanding other varieties of your product line?
No doubt.
Yeah, it's so great, right? You start here and now you're here.
Yeah, and even in a product line that's as old and as you know, wire and cable, but people are like, oh, we could do it this way. Yeah. You guys can help us with that. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was so funny because there was do you think they were like a pipe fitting company that was next to you? What would you call them?
Well, we had a plumbing supplier.
Plumbing supplier.
Vigo was next to us, and then on the other side we had Zern LK next to us, both of whom we work with.
I know, I love that. And I think it's always, the one thing that COVID did was kind of kept us away from each other, right? It really separated us. And it's so nice to be able to have that face-to-face interaction again and really starting to collaborate and knowing that we're here to solve problems, we're here to make solutions. We are, of course, we're in construction, there is always going to be challenges. But if you can have an assembly and there is a standardized focus of how you can create these systems, and not only that, but integrate it digitally, I feel like we're starting to hit some home runs.
Absolutely, and we have to.
We do.
We have to.
We have to make change.
So
it's always good to see Kent Anderson.
It's great
with
to see
Wesco.
Audree Grubesic.
And that's the Dirt on Offsite Dirt. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget, next year, you can always look it up at Advancing Prefab. And we're looking forward to the World of Modular.
Absolutely. World of Modular in just a couple of weeks. Super excited. It's going to be a great
I can't wait.
round,
It's going to be my first year. I'm so excited.
So glad to have you.
It's going to be good. Take care. Bye, guys.